Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimond suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Council. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Feeling weary after a day of rest. I slowed off for a moment there.
This makes my hair stand on end.
I've no need to preen. Let my fur lie how it may.
Layabout, get a move on!
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the Overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
Miserable place to die, this.
On Hiller he did.
It's been a hard day.
Makes my hair stand on end.
Oh, my joints have been aching something.
Time for you to get to work.
A little thinner each passing year.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
My knees have been acting up of late.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap! Oh, that post say.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
cost of your lives!
Get me out of here! Now!
That's enough.
Observe your foes carefully and attack the situation demands. Shields offer welcome protection from attacks. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons for a clever combatant. When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend clinging to your foe.
Are you unharmed?
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a foul curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
God, son it. The accursed creature escaped. Oh, you! Get back here! After them! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must jump. That is the only path.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn.
Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? It is a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, then? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Burma. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, imbibe a curative or have a bit of green knowledge. When one of the fiends comes in, best guard and dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. Brander attacks are more destructive, but will leave you... There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Have you beheld the dragon of it? I've not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. One need only look to the miserable state of the village of Nell to see that. We can but hope that the Sovereign will rid us of his heirloom. Sovereign's duty, isn't it? The Sovereign is among the people that steps forward to challenge. I dare say Vermont owes much of its prosperity to the sovereigns who have served it over time. Though, personally, I'm just glad to know we've got someone looking out for us. Might have fallen in the water back there. And I can scarce imagine aught more tragic than finding freedom, only to be immediately engulfed by... the bride.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns. They bend the knee to you so readily, but then No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray. Come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
Pawns are oft called nomads, for we wander between this world and the many other realms with which we are connected. I am no exception, and my experiences in these other worlds will doubtless be of aid to you on your adventure. 'Tis my privilege to accompany you as your loyal pawn, and I will gladly use the knowledge I gain to guide you.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
Your day like getting cut open.
Ill afford to linger smothered off for a moment.
Nodding off where I stand.
Suppose I can always run.
I must go where duty calls me. There's no easy thing making a living as a soldier.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else. Being armed, you should stop by the inn. Melve if you get the chance.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
We're running low on everything, from provisions to crafting materials for weapons and armor. We've had a hard time procuring goods, what with all the monsters lurking on the roads of late. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just taken stock, and I fear the list I gave him was incomplete. What say you? Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid, of course. Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand him the note, and he'll take care of the rest.
There's a ladder here.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece, if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? You've my thanks. And
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Must have taken a wrong
treat myself
turn.
to a tickle before bed.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Please dispense with the formalities they
I find goods for sale. Well met. Much obliged. Well met.
Everyone's as tired as I am.
My patience wears a little thinner each passing year.
Now I've got the steps in it.
I mustn't let the captain seem uneasy.
Dr. Focus, my head will roll if orders arrive.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
If your plane at Arisen in search of preferable treatment, you'll be sorry. Your head is like... I'm nodding off where I stand.
It's been a hard day.
I mustn't let the captain seem uneasy.
Errands are wearisome work indeed.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
There's no great shock to me.
'Twill be a joy to serve one so gallant. Delighted to meet you. Especially if we
Tis clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so I'll hold off on guiding us there for now.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
How to spend the night.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Here, if you please. So, we finally...
That's everything assembled. A job well done if I do say so myself. Oi! Did you need something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why? He wants these as well, does he? I thought I was finished. Why should I have to do all this on my own? I've got plenty to carry as 'tis. Say, your arms look free. You can handle that list in my stead. And make haste. I would depart for the encampment even a moment sooner. Well, go on. You know what to do.
We'll not find anything if we don't start looking. The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Just the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Follow me then, unless you doubt my sense of direction. The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials, and I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Do we report back now?
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Brilliant! I knew I could count on you. Here, take this for your trouble. I'll be heading back to the encampment now. They'll be expecting me.
Now that we've delivered the items on the list, I suppose we ought to report back to Sir Geoffrey. A person of import, I take it. Very well. I will lead the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Our road was a long one.
Oi! Many thanks for passing on that list to Marcus for me. As I hear it, you even assisted him in gathering the supplies. I hope 'twasn't too much trouble. Anyway, you've been a great help. I hope I can count on your aid again should the need arise.
Our efforts have seen the encampment resupplied, and Sir Geoffrey with one less care.
I've got wares of every ilk. Pleasure doing business with you. I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Right, just follow me.
Who are you? You come to aid me. I see. Okay, sent you to watch my back, right?
We've earned ourselves a...
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I've the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Shall we be off? We've a report to make. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Hail, friend. Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
It is a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
Nobody's letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
It's a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit. Pistol let thin, go to waste. While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out?
As planned.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
I'll wager I could make that shot.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate.
Pitiable arisen.
Well met. Fulminous shield, eh? 'Tis a bargain, I reckon. I picked it up in Melv after the dragon attacked. Can't speak for its contents, but it certainly looks valuable. Pleasure doing business with.
'Tis most... exhilarating to hand over just some.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
It's been a hard day.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Get yourself to safety!
Doesn't belong.
We must withdraw!
This moment forth, thou art arisen. Charge and
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? Pray, save your thanks. 'Tis only just that I should aid you in turn. After all, 'tis only by your courage that I live today. Had you not leapt between me and that dragon, I know you suffered for it. Such ghastly wounds, and I could not hear your heart beating. It was a miracle that you survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Who might have the answers we need? Should we ask around?
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit roberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
What say we see this delivered?
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper-like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome. Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares?
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
Shall we take a closer look?
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice, but I shan't take up any more.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
There are worse things than turning in early, I must say.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigour.
Here at the inn, we also offer... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you... Need something? Do come again.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
What say we gather some information?
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Hale, if you've a moment to... As you can see, we're What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
Indeed, you are...
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
freshly rested up. We are. This battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
The Arisen have been drenched. Isaac's thing is yours to wield.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Master, if you're carrying...
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
How's that then?
Huzzah! You done it! An achievement to be...
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Better mind than mine to solve this. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Catch the spirit!
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. Be doused in oil.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our king sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. There's still one.
got a good feeling about this one. What is that? A tower? Nay, a statue.
We ought to take a closer look. Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle? If a ranged attack is needed, count on my aid. Might I be of assistance? An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
Right you are.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I could do this all day.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
Halt! State your business.
Your ability to trip over nothing never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
Good. Let us make for the cap. Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Take this. It is something I found. I wanted you to have it.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Good. Let us make for the capital.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
If we seek monsters, we shall doubtless find them ere long.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. It was a glad thing you investigated it. I grant you lightning's fangs.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I'll turn you into a pincushion!
How do you like that?
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing it.
Tis a bit early to be thanking you. The enemy yet remains.
Splendid. Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
What's this? We're trapped. Aye! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places!
The Cyclops. prey will be on your card.
So close, yet so far. Next time for sure.
I cannot use their waves,
I must.
I grant you roaring flame.
It's time we make that altar. All the vermin that be arisen in...
You have my gratitude, sir. It would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the... You're free to make your own way. Of course, if you'd rather... Well now! The road's blocked. The powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling.
What's this all about? There's water dripping.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
This is a good find.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Goblins, Master!
Leave it to me.
You're in fine form today,
I dare say, the Arisen could have defeated this lot without us.
Huzzah! You've done it! I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us, all right? Into the Ox.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?